following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, home for the great games. Hello, wherever you are. I'm Glenn Walker, and 2022, getting ready to start a brand new season. Hard to believe 2021 just finished not that long ago, crowning the Toronto Hitmen as WFL champions as they defeated the Oakland Invaders. We turned the calendar over to 2022, and of course there is no offseason in the WFL. So teams have been busy making some changes. So first of all, take a look at some of the new head coaching hires that have been made so far in the WFL. Birmingham Americans have brought in Doug Peterson, former offensive coordinator, and it's thought that Peterson will do a better job as far as the Baker Mayfield situation than the previous coach, Mike Singletary, did. And in Tampa, no surprise there, Byron Leftwich, who is the interim head coach at the end of a season that saw the Urban Meyer situation. Byron Leftwich has the interim tag taken off his door plate, and he is now the head coach of the Tampa Bay Bandits. A lot of big things expected of the Bandits heading into the Southern Division this year. Some realignment, and we'll talk more about that in a future episode. Lovie Smith, former defensive coordinator for the Houston Roughnecks, he'll take over for Romeo Crennel. Romeo Crennel decided to retire from coaching, so Lovie Smith, also a former coach of Tampa Bay, will be calling the signals or leading the troops there down in Houston. Mexico City Aztecs, they 2 seasons of Ron Rivera over. Todd Haley comes in, will be the new head coach at Mexico City. Todd Bowles, in a similar situation as Byron Leftwich faced, taking over for the retiring Bruce Arians. Todd Bowles, the new head coach of the Las Vegas Outlaws. Another team to kind of keep an eye out for moving into 2022. And then rounding out the new coaches, rookie head coaches heading in, Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels coming in to take over the Los Angeles Wildcats. They had a bad season last year. They started great, and then you had the injury to Dak Prescott. You had the John Gruden situation, and then winning just going 0-7 their final second half of the season. So Josh McDaniels hoping to turn around things there for the newly rebranded Wildcats. So let's take you into free agency. I'm not going to go over every single free agent transition, but I've selected 5 that are probably the bigger known names that we want to talk to you about here. So heading into free agency, here we go. Devante Adams, a big name. Formerly of the Orlando Apollos, played there for 6 seasons. His new club will be the Las Vegas Outlaws. I don't know why I put Wranglers there. It should be the Outlaws. 2019 All-Star in his career, 522 receptions, almost 6,000 yards receiving, and 53 touchdowns. Big move for Las Vegas as they are having lost the divisional round in 2021. They're looking to go all the way. New head coach and a new star wide receiver in Devante Adams. On the defensive side, the Chicago Fire have allowed Khalil Mack, linebacker, to sign a free agency deal with the Los Angeles Wildcats. So for 2015 to 2017, Mack played for the Washington Federals. He's a 5-time All-Star. He was traded most famously by Washington beginning of the 2017 season, and has played the last 4 seasons with Chicago. So now he will be in the linebacker room there for the Wildcats. A big move, and this one had to do a lot with the Deshaun Watson situation off the field. Memphis going to need a quarterback this season. Lamar Jackson, playing backup to Ben Roethlisberger over in Denver, finds new pastures in Memphis for the Memphis Express. So short career so far for Lamar Jackson, but a lot of potential there. 2020 All-Star selection, passing so far, 444 completions, 696 attempts, almost 5,000 yards passing, 36 touchdowns. But take a look at the rushing numbers there. 229 attempts, 1,623 yards, and 12 touchdowns. So he will feature prominently for Memphis, and of course the Deshaun Watson situation heading into the season, still much to be decided there. Von Miller, another Washington Federal name on the defensive side, a linebacker, heading to the WFL champion Toronto Hitmen. It's a 5-time All-Star selection. Of course, he missed all of last season due to injury. He will now feature prominently on that Toronto Hitmen defense. And then probably the biggest deal of the 2022 free agency period was the signing of the New York Generals of Russell Wilson. Yes, the London Knights quarterback, there for 8 seasons, has now moved on to the Big Apple. A 2020 All-Star selection. Look at those numbers. Nearly 2,700 completions, nearly 4,300 attempts, almost 30,000 yards passing, and almost 190 touchdowns there. He stays in the division, and you want to make sure to stay tuned in for future broadcasts. We're going to do a schedule reveal, and London and New York are division opponents, so there will be at least 2 games where these 2 teams will play each other, so that might figure prominently in our Monday night, Sunday night football game package. So that was the big move. Russell Wilson leaving the London Knights. A lot of teams were after him. The Denver Gold were looking into him, the Memphis Express, but Russell Wilson decides to exchange his silver and black uniform for the red and gold of the New York Generals. So those are some of the big moves that have happened so far in the offseason. We still have several big events coming up. The draft. The 2022 draft's coming up, and there's some of the pictures, some of the names. We have a lot of talented quarterbacks that could go to some places. San Antonio on the clock. They finished the season 1-13. Will they go quarterback? Will it be Trevor Lawrence? Will it be Zach Wilson? Will it be Mac Jones? You'll have to tune in to find out. We're going to give you first-round coverage of the 2022 draft here in the WFL. And then, of course, as I teased a little bit earlier, 2022 schedule release show. The road to Pantheon Bowl 21 starts here. The road to San Antonio, the Alamo Dome, the site of the championship game. And we're going to go through week by week, going to highlight some of the big games. Of course, the opening night game, early September. Of course, you can expect the Toronto Hitmen to feature perfectly there. Our Monday night games, our Thanksgiving Day games will also be listed there. So a lot of great things coming up. So if you're not already a subscriber, make sure to subscribe to the Replay Sports channel. It's easy to do. That way you can catch live events, or you can watch it on your own at your own leisure and your own time. So again, I'm Glenn Walker, giving you the news and notes of what's been happening so far in the 2022 WFL season. Just brand new, getting ready to get started. A lot of things coming up. Thank you for tuning in. See you soon.